Welcome, Lake Howell High School, to your Hawk News.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this Hawks News Nest update. I'm Sean Labin. We will get to the next Silverhawk Coaches Show in a minute, but first this announcement. Seniors, it is time to start thinking about ordering those graduation necessities. Herff Jones will be on campus today and tomorrow at both lunches, so order your cap and gown and other graduation accessories. They will also be on campus Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon in the cafeteria. The cost of the cap, gown, and tassel unit is $32. Also, if you haven't paid for your graduation fee, make sure to do that as soon as possible. That was your Hawk News Nest update. Now it's time for the Silverhawk Coaches Show with Zach. Have a great day, Silverhawks.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Silverhawk Coaches Show. And now, here's your host, Zach Stinson.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Silverhawk Coaches Show. I'm here with Coach Segretario of the wrestling team. How you doing, Coach?
Pretty good, how are you?
I'm pretty good. Alright, so we're going to start out with some questions. How's the season going so far?
It's going pretty good. We opened up at the Sarasota Duels last Wednesday, the night before Thanksgiving. Saw a lot of action against two top 10 teams in the state. Won some really good matches, lost a couple that we probably should have won. But all in all, we're really pleased with the way things are going right now.
All right, who are some of your standout wrestlers?
I'd have to say you got tons of different talent in the room right now. Guys like John Askins, you have Dawkins, Segura, Bridgewater, Lozano, Washington, all really great wrestlers. Even got some young guys that are coming up, guys like Angel and Dion at the lightweights, RJ up, near the heavier weights, Josh Ole was varsity, David Mello, those guys. Got a lot of talent. For the first time in a long time, we have almost two full teams, JV and varsity.
A lot of football players. Yeah,
we do have a lot of football players. I was a freshman head coach and then helped out with the offensive line, and Coach Mello, one of our other assistant coaches on staff, he was able to help me out in kind of converting some of these football players over, help add some depth and some dynamic to the team that it's been a long time since we've seen.
All right, what are some of your goals this year for the team?
Primary goal is to send 8 of our wrestlers to state. We've set it from the beginning 8 to state. For the females, those girls that we have, Shanika's team captain, we want to get them a girls state title, team title, which is very possible considering that we have as many girls as we do. If we can put those girls in the state tournament and get them to place, 2 or 3 of them to place, win some matches, you got a real good shot at winning a team title for them. So we want to send 8 of our guys to state, capture a team title for the girls, and then be a top 10 program in the state at the end of the year. So big changes here.
All right, now for someone who doesn't really understand high school wrestling as much as others, explain it to us and explain the work you guys put in and what it takes.
Well, wrestling is arguably one of the most difficult sports an individual will ever do. It requires maximum commitment and a relentless commitment not only to the things that you're learning your technique every day, but to making sure that you're in shape. High school wrestling in the state of Florida is some of the best wrestling in the country, and it's primarily because we have a melting pot of a lot of different people that come from all over the country to wrestle here. So it's a very interesting sport. Like I said, it's demanding, it's difficult, it's explosive, it's fun to watch. One of my favorites here at the school. So.
And what are some of the team's challenges that they're going to face this year?
Definitely going to have a lot of challenges in this county alone. The perennial powerhouse, my alma mater at Winter Springs High School, they are coming off of a second in the state, basically state runner-up finish from last year. They had a lot of state qualifiers, a couple state champions that are coming back into the lineup. So it's going to be a difficult challenge for us. You got other teams like Flagler, Palm Coast, and Lyman's going to be a tough team. And then you get over into the West Coast. Those guys from Manatee, Sarasota, down south, Miami, South Dade. Some of your people from all over this. I mean, it's just a melting pot. So as we progress through the season, we're going to get a chance to see all of these teams at one point or another, and our wrestlers are going to wrestle those guys that are consistently in the top tier of wrestlers in the state. So among those challenges, making sure you stay healthy, making sure that the kids are doing what they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be doing it, and grades and things like that, because of the fact that it literally requires so much time. Of the students, we got to make sure that they're doing right in the classroom too.
All right. Now we're gonna move on to do some rapid fire questions.
Fire away.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
All right. Who's your all-time favorite wrestler?
It's a toss-up, man. I love Cale Sanderson. If you have not ever watched him, you can Google him or YouTube him. Great wrestler. He's the head coach over at Penn State now. Although I will have to say, collegiate wrestler, I'd say Steve Mocco from Iowa, and then he later wrestled at Oklahoma State. But Alexander Karelin, he's a Greco-Roman wrestler from Russia, probably the single greatest Greco-Roman wrestler of all time. Love him.
All right. Who's the best wrestler that you've ever coached?
Best wrestler that I have ever had the pleasure of coaching. It's a toss-up. I hate to say that, that one wrestler is better than another. A lot of my guys have had success, at the second level. So I won't say that I've had any one particular wrestler. I've had a couple that have stood out over the years. Guy that I coached up in Illinois named Preston Lunnan, John Evans, You meet these kids and they go off and they do amazing things. They become coaches themselves. So it'd be very hard to narrow it down to one finite wrestler.
If you could pick two people from history to wrestle against each other, who would you pick?
Oh boy. Believe it or not, I'd like to see Cale Sanderson. He's alive. And believe it or not, Abraham Lincoln. A lot of people don't know that Abraham Lincoln was a wrestler. So I'd love to see old Abe Lincoln whip up on Cale Sanderson. I think it'd be a good match.
All right. Who is your favorite sports team?
I'd have to say, you probably will see it, even though they're not really great this season, Miami Dolphins. I love my Dolphins. Absolutely love my Dolphins.
It's been tough watching them.
It has been.
Yeah. And are you guys going to win tonight?
Oh, yeah. Guaranteed. Seminole's going to be a tough team, but we have a plan in place. We're going to go out. We're going to get after them. The competition that we're going to see over the next few weeks and the dual meets that we have at home is top tier competition. You have a couple of really good coaches. West Orange coming up. They have the only female coach in the state, and she was a 3-time state champion out of Winter Springs. Personal friend of mine. We got Haggerty. We got see them on the road. But Seminoles, the first task we're gonna do, try to stay undefeated at home this year. It's at 7:00. Junior varsity will start at 6. Varsity will start at 7. If you come on out and you have your any kind of Lake Howell swag, T-shirts, anything like that, you get in for free. We want to bring awareness to the sport, show off as much as we can. And not only that, though, but the green light-up LED bracelets you guys have been seeing on campus, the first 50 students that come to the dual meet tonight will get those for free. So kind of help further the Green Sea movement, the Mean Green Sea movement, and get some folks out there and watch some good wrestling. So.
All right, Coach. Thank you for the time.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Tune in next time as we highlight another one of our Hawk teams, and go Hawks.
Go Hawks.